time to be honest. Chances are you're not going to be rich. Well, not in the way that our parents certainly got rich. It's not because you're lazy or because you're bad with money. It's because the system that created new money barely actually exists anymore. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michael, here to bring you guys another fantastic video on this fabulous weekend that we're having. Today we're going to look at why you'll probably never be rich. Let's get into it. Most of the previous generations, like our parents, like our grandparents, built wealth not by genius. It was mainly by consistency, by timing. We talked about this briefly in the last video, where education became more prominent, which means that more people have or become more educated. There's more of a flux of people into the market. Therefore, there is created wage stagnation. We also talked about how the cost of living crisis has been affected due to COVID-19, the Ukrainian war, and the uncertainty as well that exists in the global market today. With this wage stagnation and the cost of living, it also increased the prices of property. Ireland in particular has probably one of the highest property markets in the world right now, and because of it, it's blocking a lot of our own generation from moving out of our family homes and moving us away from the renting sector. There is degree saturation, like we mentioned previously. Because more people have degrees, the worth of the degree has become, well, worthless. Wealth in general is compounding upwards. What that means is, if you have stocks and you have shares and you have money that's locked away, it's not trickling down to more people. It's being locked away, gaining more value. Now, that's not a bad thing. I mean, people work hard for their money, therefore they deserve to spend their money on what they want. And of course, you want to increase the valuation of your portfolio. But because this money is locked away, it's not being spent. With money not being spent, there's less getting around in the economy. The truth is, hard work did not stop working. The truth is, it's just no longer enough. I'm going to say that again. Hard work did not stop working. It's just simply now not enough. Are now experiencing challenges that have never been seen before from the previous generations that followed us. We're renting longer. Because the prices of property have increased, it has caused this generation to be stuck in an endless loop of renting, which means that the vast majority of people my age and Generation Z that are working are renting or living with their families. The reason being because they cannot get out of this endless circle. I went to look at a mortgage application for myself at one stage. Fair enough, I could get a decent mortgage, but unfortunately, from the time that I could get approved for the mortgage, the property that I was looking at had already increased by 5 to 10%, which means that even right now, applying for a mortgage does not absolutely guarantee you your property. You add that also with the cost of living crisis and wage stagnation, it is freezing a generation out from home ownership. Back in the day, you could own your own home, leverage your home, do more with it that way. But unfortunately, that's no longer the case. And also due to the fact that we spend longer in education, we have more delayed milestones. For example, I have a lot of friends that are travel as well. As soon as they finished college, they went away to Australia, they went away to Canada, and they also went away and exploring the world, which is great. I love traveling just as much as the next guy. I'm not taking that away from anybody. But one could argue there is delayed milestones. When you travel to another country, you are missing out on years of your careerism. For when you come back, you're back to square one, which can cause further delay. We live in a world where our generation require multiple revenue streams just to feel comfortable. Like, I have a day job and then I also have side hustles as well. And I only do that just because it makes me feel like, and that I get by on that. And I'm not the only one that does this too. There's multiple people out there that work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, just to get themselves ready in life. And this is causing extreme burnout and extreme mental health issues within our generation. Why? A lot of people feel they're stuck, and no matter what they do, they can't get unstuck. You constantly feel like, okay, you work, you get paid, you give your money to rent, that's debt money, can't be used. You save some money, you go for a mortgage, the property actually has gone up, so that mortgage is no good. You save, you pay, you save, you pay, and it's just a constant vicious cycle. We feel like we are stuck in a loop and greatly behind, and there just feels like that there's nothing we can do about it. And I'm going to be a little bit bold and say this. I think we are the first generation in history to work harder than our previous generations with the fact that there is no certainty in place for where our generation is going. Property ladder, back in the day, a job equaled salary, salary equaled loan, loan equaled property. But unfortunately, this cycle is now broke. We now live in a world where to get a property, one income is not enough. And for most people, one applicant is also not enough. Remember as well, we don't have the same bandwidth. You could get 5, maybe 10 times more than your salary. Now, due to the 2008 financial crisis, that legislation has all changed, and that the actual market cap of how much money you can get towards your salary is only about 3.5 times that of what someone in the previous generation back in the 80s or 70s would have got far more. The truth is, the property market has exploded exponentially. This is because of delayed pricing, and also the costs of goods and costs of materials have all gone up. I mean, concrete, wood, timber, everything has gone up in price. And because of that, that equally also drives the price up. As the price drives up, means there's less houses being built, which equally in conjunction to that creates more of a demand, which also then in turn rises the prices. You can't win! So where are we? Well, the truth is, the only way now to get a house is either through dual application, you could say, when that's going to be an extortion amount of money to be spent, inheritance, you inherit a home, or tax exemption. And now countries are coming a long way, Ireland in particular is as well, where they are giving opportunities for people to have tax exemptions, increasing the band on tax inheritance as well, and also trying to stretch out the mortgage rate just that little bit more. But sadly, the property ladder has not disappeared. It's just got higher to reach, and it's got more narrow for people to grab. The truth is, Generation Z and the generations after us will be the inheritor generation. Studies have shown that vast amounts of wealth are locked into the other previous generations, and sadly, with time, people die. And as they die, that generation passes on to the next. And Gen Z is, according to studies, Generation Z will be the inheritor of inheritance. Although this money will not be spread equally amongst the generation or amongst the people, actually increase more inequality. For example, some people might have families that are renting, and when they pass away, they don't leave much behind, whilst others have great property assets at their disposal, which then pass on to their children. It just means that some will be more unfortunate than others. That the divide won't be between rich and poor, the divide will be between inheritor or non-inheritor. And I certainly am not here like one of them business gurus or just trust me bro. I'm not selling a future hustle culture. I don't believe in it. I'm just trying to reframe reality so that you can think clearly and hopefully come at the end of this video have a bit more of a positive upbeat towards all this negativity that I'm shoving in your face right now. I think the reality is that we are kind of where we are, and we can make a big song and dance about it, we can give out about it, but the truth is we are where we are, and we have to start finding solutions. I think we have to redefine the term what rich and wealth means. Rich, I think for me, is defined as freedom and security. I believe that we have to redefine it as just freedom and security. We have to begin leveraging digital income and not just our labour. We have to become smarter on our ways of generating income. Look at the future. What can we do? I mean, we have artificial intelligence. I mean, we have the internet now. I mean, I make money on the internet as well. And I feel like there is a huge market there that is yet untapped for the average person, to where the internet could be the solution alongside AI to start generating some money. I think we have to accept a slower timeline. It will take longer for us to build up wealth than it is for previous generations to do so. It may have just took 5 years for someone to buy a house. I think we have to accept the fact now that it may just take 10. But in doing that, through that period of time, we can use that time to learn more. We can educate ourselves in financial literacy, help change the laws and tax efficiency, long-term financial planning over flexing culture. Look, there is no doubt that the 21st century has changed everything, and we are going into uncertain times. I don't think we need to be like rich in the past the way you would see it. Helicopters, Rolexes, cigars, all the stuff you see the business gurus trying to sell you. I think the reality is, because the world is changing so much, with climate change, with war and uncertainty in the political sphere, not even a mention in AI and technology, I think we have to be more resilient. I want to make this perfectly clear to you. You are not failing at life. Unfortunately, you are living in an economy that no longer rewards the same path that once existed for our parents and our parents' parents. We have to adapt, we have to overcome, and we have to change our perception on where we are going. Look, and understanding this doesn't make us better, and it just makes us more prepared. Look, I think the main thing is it will be okay. Keep your eyes open for opportunity. You never know. Things will eventually change. At the end of the day, I'm a big believer if you do what you want and you do what you love and you have enough money coming in to do you and you have a roof over your head, you're doing okay than the most people out there. I know it's tough, and it's really tough. And I'm also sick to the stomach with how things are going. There's a bit of truth to this. It is up to us. No one else is coming to save you, and no one else is coming to save me. So, with that, I think we'll be okay. We will overcome this, and we will achieve our dreams. We just might have to be more realistic to what our dreams are. And anyway guys, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please remember to hit that subscribe button, that notification button to make sure you know when the next video is coming up. And just remember, it'll be okay. Bye guys, love you.